Welcome to the Elon Effect, your daily check-in with everything orbiting the worlds of SpaceX, Tesla, X, Neuralink, and the Boring Company. I'm your host, Miles Vega. Let's dive in. SpaceX has just crossed a milestone that not long ago would have sounded almost impossible. For the first time ever, more than 10,000 Starlink satellites are now operating simultaneously in orbit. The achievement comes less than 7 years after SpaceX launched its very first batch of Starlink satellites back in 2019, and the milestone was reached during a Falcon 9 launch from California, continuing what has become one of the most aggressive launch cadences in spaceflight history. The mission that pushed SpaceX over the 10,000 satellite mark lifted off from Vandenberg Space Force Base and deployed 25 additional Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit. Just over 8 minutes after launch, the Falcon 9 booster successfully landed on a drone ship in the Pacific Ocean. Another routine recovery for a rocket that continues to redefine reusability. In fact, this particular booster was flying for the 14th time, highlighting just how mature SpaceX's launch system has become. What makes this milestone even more remarkable is the scale at which SpaceX is operating. So far in 2026, the company has been averaging a launch roughly every 2 to 3 days, and the majority of those missions are dedicated to expanding the Starlink constellation. Today, Starlink serves more than 10 million customers across over 160 countries, making it by far the largest satellite internet network ever deployed. But getting to this scale isn't just about launching satellites, it's about managing them. With thousands of spacecraft sharing low Earth orbit, SpaceX has had to develop sophisticated systems to prevent collisions. The company recently introduced a new space situational awareness platform called Stargaze, which uses onboard sensors to track nearby objects and coordinate avoidance maneuvers. Experts say the number of collision avoidance maneuvers being performed by Starlink satellites is already in the tens of thousands per year, far beyond anything seen in previous decades of space operations. And this is where SpaceX's broader strategy really comes into focus. Unlike most satellite companies, SpaceX controls nearly every part of the system. It builds the rockets, designs and manufactures the satellites, operates the ground infrastructure, and even produces the user terminals that customers install at home. That level of vertical integration has allowed the company to dramatically reduce costs and reach a price point that has helped drive massive adoption of satellite internet worldwide. And the next phase is already on the horizon. SpaceX is preparing to launch a new generation of Starlink satellites, known as version 3, which will be significantly larger and far more powerful than the current fleet. These satellites are expected to deliver dramatically higher data capacity, potentially reaching terabit-level throughput. To launch them, SpaceX plans to use its next-generation Starship rocket, which is designed to carry much heavier payloads into orbit. If successful, Starship could unlock an entirely new level of scale for the Starlink network, further cementing SpaceX's dominance in the global satellite internet market. For now, crossing the 10,000 satellite threshold marks a historic moment, not just for SpaceX, but for the future of space-based infrastructure. A century after the first liquid-fueled rocket flight, humanity is now operating massive constellations of spacecraft in orbit, and SpaceX is leading the charge. That's your tech news for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing and leaving a quick review. The Elon Effect is a Cerebra Media production. I'm Miles Vega, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.